everybody? My name is Kazm Vulfhart, aka King Kazm, whatever you want to call me, and welcome back to Genshin Impact. I'm a bit tired, and I've been spending my time here in the chasm, getting progress made for said chasm. I'm almost done it, actually, at least with the map. I do have a boss I want to fight in here, so we're going to fight the boss first. I also forgot I swapped Kanich around. Kanich was just starting to get on my nerves. He actually has been getting on my nerves for a while now.
I'm in.
Mainly because of the voice lines and all that lovely stuff. Alright, now let's fight the boss. Interesting. Hi, ugly. Can this reach both of them? Yeah, it can reach one. Oh, I'm out of light, that's why. Okay, so what's the bit for this one?
I got him cornered.
Ouch. He's got a neat design, at least. There we go.
That was unexpected.
Ouch, ouch. Wrong character. I keep hitting the wrong character.
Locked up.
What is your bit? Okay, I've been knocking him out of... Oh. Well, I'm currently out.
Target acquired.
Yeah, I would if I had more. There we go.
I got him cornered.
Oh wow, he stayed. That lasted long. Hello, Jester. Hello, Jade. I'm just fighting this chasm boss. There we go. Not the tail. Okay, so let him do his thing. I really do like his boss design. Okay, there we go. Nope, let me out of here. Really?
Target acquired.
There we go. And he's dead. Runic Fang. I don't know if I have a character for this. Who would have this? Not you. Oh, it's you. You have it. Okay. That's good to know. So I did have a reason to... I don't have enough to level you up, though. I actually need to fight this boss. Nope. Alright, let me go back to Leeway. Get out of here. I don't know what I'm doing this episode. Probably just Archon quests, to be honest. Since I don't really have to do world quests. And I suppose I should do my pulls. I got a bunch of these acquaint ones just for faffing about. Mostly in the depths. In the caverns. Ooh. A Favonius Lance. I mean, at least I got... I hate myself. At least I got a spear out of it. And another Intertwined Fate. Because I'm actually severely lacking in spears. And let's try and pull for Sitlali. I don't think I'm going to get her in this grouping. Ooh, a new bow. Rust. Wait, I've had Rust before. A new Benny. So I pulled a Benny, which is good because I do like Benny. Benny's constellations. When it is below 70%, his energy recharge is increased by 30%. Do I have enough for a second? Yeah, I do. Okay. Let me get another Intertwined Fate in here. Okay. Well, the Benny wasn't... At least the Benny made it so it wasn't a total loss. What do I need to complete? Okay, so I need to complete these world quests in order to do this one. That's an Archon quest? Okay. That's fine. That's an Archon quest. Good to know. Oh, give me a minute. I do like using him. It's just that he's more akin to... He's more easy to use. How the fuck am I getting over there this way? I'm going south. Like, okay, so is it bad to have multiple different elements Or multiple of the same element on a team. Is that technically taboo? Is it technically better to have...
Running away?
Oh my goodness, I wish I could shut you up. Because if it's not wrong, then I don't mind having, like, multiple fire or multiple, geo and stuff like that. I just kind of need to get characters with that. You're going the wrong way. Sorry, buddy. I have angered people, but I don't care. Pardon me. I will admit, as much as I like mobility in games, Kanich's been getting a little bit irritating for me. He is arguably my most powerful character, period. But between the voice lines and his seemingly finicky kit not working out... Okay, give me more map, please. Sumeru City. I've got one more area to unlock for the map. So, like, this ability right here, it gets very irritating to use.
Is this really necessary?
And the only reason it's irritating to use is because most of the time it works out fine, but then there are times where it's just like, oh, you were, I did get a glimpse of Sumeru City, and yes, it is very pretty. But the reason his kit is annoying to me anymore is because when I go to use it, if I hold it too long while fighting an enemy, all of a sudden, oh, the enemy could be right in front of me, but because my camera's over here, I'm now aiming this way, instead of it automatically targeting the enemy. Okay. Sumeru.
Now that we made it to Sumeru, our next objective should be to head to Sumeru City and find a way to meet with Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Considering how...
Speaking of Lesser Lord Kusanali, even though we haven't heard too much about her, she doesn't seem to be the same deity who abducted your sister. But even so, people call Sumeru the nation of wisdom, you know? If we can get a chance to meet the God of Wisdom, maybe she can give us some useful information. But, Paimon doesn't know the way to Sumeru City. Maybe we can climb up to that spot with the statue of the Seven on it. That'll give us a way better view of things. Even if we can't see exactly where the city is, at least we'll be able to check for some smaller settlements nearby.
I'm amazed we didn't get a map. Hello, strange person.
Look! There's someone up ahead!
I'm cleaning out my PS5 controller.
Perfect timing! Now we can just ask for directions rather than wander around like lost adventurers. Hey there! We're not from around here.
Okay, goodbye.
I've gotten a little lost.
Rude.
What's going on here? There's no way she could have missed that. Oh, wait. Could she be ignoring us? How dare she? Well, even so, she might be heading someplace where we could find other people to ask. Let's keep our distance and follow her. When we get the chance, we'll just ask someone else for directions.
I mean, we had a pretty good solid plan to begin with. Just climb the fucking mountain. Wait, it's climbing a mountain. Through mists of smoke and forests dark. Whoops. Wait, how the hell did I manage that? All I was trying to do was this. Wait. My fucking neck.
Huh? She just walked near that small waterfall and then suddenly vanished. Let's go take a closer look.
I don't know about suddenly vanished.
I thought this cave would lead to a village or something, but it looks like that's not the case. Look, she's sitting over there. Wait, she couldn't possibly be living here, could she?
Paimon, we sleep in the wilderness.
Do we try asking her for directions again? Looks like she's meditating or something. If we bother her now, she probably wouldn't let us off very lightly. Oh! What a lovely smell! It's coming from that sensor over there.
That we leave in the wilderness.
Definitely not your typical place to call home, but at least it smells nice. Maybe living here wouldn't be too bad after all.
And now I get a headache.
What's the matter? You don't look too good.
It's a trap!
What? Is the smell making you feel sick? Strange. Paimon doesn't feel anything.
And good night.
What's happening?
Was I roofied?
This is no time for a nap.
Oh my goodness, I can't hear Paimon. Peace at last! I feel like I was roofied. Oh. No, I was just given some bad LSD. Was that somebody breathing? Also, why is this tree fuzzy? So what catastrophe? Okay. I was about to ask, what catastrophe am I going to face in Sumeru now? I know. Usually they have a fungus on them if they're fuzzy. No, you don't. Roofies are bad. Roofies are very bad. If you're talking about sleep aids... I'm tired. I did a lot of work today.
Not serious? The Traveler's been out for a long time now.
I did a lot of editing. I recorded. I edited more. I posted videos.
Master is extremely knowledgeable. If he says that he's going to be alright, then there's absolutely nothing to worry about.
Hey, I have you as a character I can play.
Oh, thank goodness! Traveler, you're finally awake! Well,
I got you for free.
good question. Where are we? Paimon was in such a panic when you passed out that she even forgot to ask what place this is.
Kate, that kills people.
From Sumeru, as the base of operations. My name is Kale. I'm a trainee forest ranger.
Kale?
My master and I found you passed out during our patrol, so we brought you here. Oh, no things are necessary. I didn't do anything really. By the way,
Slight side tangent. I saw that OBS Stream Elements had an update recently, and this update allows you to stream to multiple different platforms. And guess what one of the first fucking chats was?
oh, that's Master's herbal medicine you're tasting. He gave you some while you
One
were
of
in
one of the first chat boxes that popped up when I opened the OBS again after the update was TikTok.
Whoops.
Kale, what's the matter? Were you trying to retrieve the medicine? As I've already told you, you must be careful with these. I'll get it for you once I am finished here.
Jester, is that you?
Sorry, Master.
Now, the guide to Avidia Forest's edible fungi is clearly posted on our bulletin board, but if Farbode forgets which mushrooms to avoid one more time, I'll have no choice but to leave the guide somewhere a little more visible. Like right smack on his forehead so others can remind him to be careful.
Right? This is the second time.
Kind of talks like Jester sometimes.
I'll be sure to give him a good talking to.
Yes, please do. If, on the off chance, Farbode simply enjoys having little imaginary fairies dance before his eyes, then we'll just let him be. But the next time he requires any of our medicine, be sure to charge him accordingly.
Jester, is that your family? I see the resemblance, especially in the ears.
So, how are you doing? Feeling better?
Oh, this is my master, Forest Watcher Tainari. He is chief officer over all the rangers here in
Tainari?
Navarville.
I hate the way that's
I already
pronounced.
informed Paimon about the reason you fell unconscious earlier. But now that you're awake, let me explain it for you as well. It is common practice for Sumeru scholars of certain darshans to dedicate themselves to training in meditation in isolated areas, particularly the nearby forests. While meditating, they use a certain incense known as Spirit Borneal to help calm their minds as they enter a state of deep rumination.
I'm gonna be honest, Jester. Your Sona form,
You two followed a
or, like,
scholar named Hypatia
images.
into her cave.
Oh my god, why can I
The
not focus
incense
when I
you
hear things in
smelled
my ears
inside
right
was
now?
the Spirit Borneal I just mentioned.
Your
That
Sona
incense
image
typically has no
gives me an
effect on
Egyptian
most
feel with the
people,
way the
but
ears
for a
are.
very select few, it can have profound effects
Has,
on
like,
one's
jackal
cognition,
ears.
as you experienced firsthand.
The one she uses for
Does that
like
make sense?
grounded and well, whenever we're talking in group chat,
Very good. Now,
the little
let me ask you
PNG that
this.
actually
Did you
moves.
feel anything after passing out? Say, any out-of-body experiences, or did you see anything while unconscious?
The ears kind of give me a jackal-like vibe.
Kale, let the others know to stop bringing their patrol logs here for now.
Huh? Why?
Because these two will be staying here for the next few days.
Dendro and
They can have my
Dendro.
room and I'll bunk with Amir. Now get
What
a move on
vibes did
and
you
be sure
get?
to
Gunnar
keep us
vibes?
upset.
Yes, Master Tainari.
Because I got those vibes as well.
Wait, hold on a second. Can you tell us what's going on?
Sure, let me fill you in. I originally planned to send you on your way once you finished your medicine. However, it appears now that you should stay a while longer in Gandharvaville for further observation while you recuperate.
Further observation?
Is this going to be a situation where we have technically been put into a form of captivity?
No need to be hasty. As long as you have the capacity to judge between right and wrong, I promise that you'll understand the gravity of the situation once I explain everything to you. Based on what you saw after smelling the incense and losing consciousness, we can conclude that you experienced a powerful
Good, I don't want
hallucination,
voluntary
which suggests your mental state is Not
voluntary
on the best of
captivity.
shape. If you're skeptical, have a whiff of this.
Stop making me smell things that are giving me hallucinations.
Oh, are you okay?
You're experiencing a similar sensation as when you passed out, aren't you? So even though your condition is stable as of now, if I were to haphazardly let you leave, it's highly likely that you'd suddenly pass out again somewhere else. The rainforest is home to many fierce
What
animals
vibes
and
did
hazardous
what
areas.
vibes did Jester's
If something were to happen to
picture give
though,
you?
For now, I suggest you continue taking your medicine each day and avoid wandering off on your own. At least until you stop having adverse reactions to this kind of smell. Okay? Good. Now, continue resting while I fire up another bowl of medicine for you.
Seriously? We just arrived in Sumeru and we're already having problems left.
Gunnar vibes?
Paimon knows we're set on meeting Lesser Lord Kusanali as soon as possible, but you really don't.
I'm not ashamed to admit I've been in a Gunnar mood lately.
Probably be best to let you recover first. Hey.
It's been kind of annoying, actually.
Listening to Paimon. Paimon's over here worrying about you, you know. What's weird? You mean how you're feeling now?
Well, have we met them yet? Because I can't judge until I've met them.
You mean the vision of tree roots and red skies you saw? But if those weren't hallucinations, what could they be?
I am technically an extra-dimensional being from an entirely different universe. Technically speaking, I could have transported somewhere else. Was that the lady that ignored us?
Well, considering how unique you are, Paimon trusts your judgment here. But why didn't you say anything about it to Tainari? If he misjudged your condition, then there's a chance you could get worse, right?
Was it Tainari?
You mean that Tainari already knows that what you saw weren't hallucinations?
I don't think it's Cole.
If that's the case, why would he try to hide that from us? Oh, Paimon gets it now. That explains why you were so quiet earlier. Well, that settles it then. We'll stay here to rest up and figure out what's going on with your hallucinations. But it seems like asking Tainari might not be an option anymore. What do you think we should do? Good idea. Kale's pretty friendly. We can ask her tomorrow about what she knows regarding the Dendro Archon and customs in Sumeru.
Don't mind me, I'm slowly losing my mind.
Rise and shine!
Oh, please, somebody else. Okay.
Kale.
So, first and foremost, I actually do want to do a little bit of talking before I continue this, because it's fresh in my brain, because I just thought about it while I was doing this. Claim that, because I didn't claim it earlier.
How many forging commissions do I still have to finish?
So,
One,
I think...
two...
Oh, it's just a trail I'm supposed to follow. So I think since I only have, what? Technically a week until I can't pull from this anymore. 1, 2, 3. Oh, it didn't calculate the 7, so 1. Oh wait, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 55, 62. I think 63. No, it's not counting the 7 I just pulled. Or if it is, it hasn't caught up to Bennett yet. Yeah. 63. So I need another 30. No. I need another 27. So what's going to happen within the next week or so, if I can get the energy to do so, is I'm going to keep playing off camera and try, and that's been my biggest issue, is just I don't have energy. Like, I think it's a combination between depression and other things. Cold weather is definitely a factor. But I think,
All right. Next, let's see your right hand. Not bad.
but I think
But
I
please
will
remember
keep
that you
farming
still
and
need
keep
to be
pulling it.
careful, understand?
And if I don't pull her next stream,
Master. I still haven't
I'm going
received
to
the
try
coordinates
and
today.
pull.
Look, Kale. Today's patrol will be a long one, so you won't be coming along this time.
I'll try and pull her the
Besides,
next
there's a
day
chance
after I've
we may
rested and gotten
encounter-
more gems.
Well,
And I'll
you
record it
understand.
and then I'll show it the stream after that.
Am I useless to everyone now?
Don't talk like that, Kale. This is not something you need to be worrying about right now. Ah,
So is he the
there you
Lesser
are.
Lord?
Feeling any better?
Or is Kale the Lesser Lord? I feel like Kale wouldn't be the Lesser Lord, because that kind of falls into the trope of, it's not Twist Villain, it's, subverted expectations, but that feels like it's too obvious.
Yeah, since we'll be staying here for now, we thought we might as well try lending a hand around here.
Seems you're not the type to sit back and take it easy for a while, huh? In that case, perhaps Kale could take you two for a patrol south of Gandharvaville for the day. And if you're feeling up to it, you can be responsible for cleaning the Statue of the Seven.
So I've seen them,
Tenari, we're ready to head out.
but they're nobody currently on the screen.
Got it! I'll be right there. All right, we'll be heading into the forest now. I'll leave any further details to Kale.
Yes, you can count.
Well,
on
that's
me.
the thing, though. I've missed out on 2 characters for the past 2 banners that I've wanted, and it's going to piss me off and depress me more.
Today. Tanari mentioned cleaning the statue just now, but,
While they're talking, I'm actually going to look up the banner.
job for a ranger.
Well, a
What?
forest ranger's
Who?
responsibilities can be pretty diverse.
What?
They handle a variety
Oh.
of tasks, like checking the condition of outlying roads, maintaining forest facilities, ensuring fire prevention standards are met, and providing assistance to travelers and
Oh,
locals.
God blazes.
As for Master, well, he has to handle more dangerous areas of the rainforest. Today we can perform routine checks on the pathway lamps as we make our way to the Statue of the Seven. Paimon, traveler, this way. You
Bear
can
with
keep
me
your
for
eyes
like
peeled
15
for the
seconds.
next meeting. In the meantime, you two can keep an eye out for anything unusual.
What servers can I do this in without becoming a problem child? This one I can just edit. For fuck's sake. Nobody told me that I did. Well, Fluff told me. But I didn't. Nobody mentioned that I was missing the link for my fucking Twitch. Oh, Father's coming to the banners?
We should take a break after all that running around. Yeah, let's rest here for a bit.
3. Okay, it's not 3 characters, it's 2 characters. Might have to mute.
everything has its use.
Were you not given toys to play with as a child? Is that it? You really are a one-trick pony, you know.
Okay, I'm back. I also see you all misbehaving in the freaking chat. So father is Arlecchino. I know I pronounced that wrong and I apologize. Seems like a fun character to have. And then there's a Chronicle Witch? Chronicle Witch? Chronicle Witch? So, what is a Chronicle Wish? Do you mean Chuska?
Nothing wrong with these two lamps. Oh,
Because she's a cowboy. She's the only cowboy I know about, though.
Let me make a note of it. No problems with this lamp. Good. The statue of the Seven is up on top of that large rock formation. You must have seen it when you came down this road before. It's pretty high up there, isn't it? Don't worry. If you're afraid you can't make it up there, I'm sure Master wouldn't mind if you don't clean the statue. Oh? I guess I'll leave it up to you then. There's no...
Hyman will fly up with you and help. By the way, Kale,
Sorry, I
do you
shouldn't
know anything about
smash.
Dendro Archon? You know, what's she like?
That depends. Are you referring to Greater Lord Rukkhadevata or Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Huh? Greater Lord Rukkhadevata? Oh, is that the name of the former Dendro Archon?
Uh-huh. Greater Lord Rukkhadevata was Sumeru's first Dendro Archon. She created the rainforest as well as the wall of Samiel around the desert. Her works provided a means of peaceful living for everyone. To the people of Sumeru, she's not only a symbol of wisdom, but also of power and kindness. Unfortunately, she disappeared in a great calamity that occurred a few hundred years ago. According to what Master has told me, the sages later found the newly born Dendro Archon and whisked her back to Sumeru. To celebrate the reinstatement of their lost deity, the sages dubbed her Lesser Lord Kusanali and let her reside in the sanctuary of Sarastana.
Uh-huh. Then what happened?
Well, and then... I'm not too sure what happened, to be honest.
Huh? You're not too sure? But
I'm not sure who I would want out of the next few polls.
I'm from Sumeru. But...
maybe it's difficult to discuss this topic with strangers. If that's the case, then don't worry. We understand.
I have way too many pyros. I know that much.
Not that. I'm not trying to hide something from you. Besides, I don't consider you two strangers. Because you two know Amber, right?
Wait,
Is Amber her sister?
you mean...
Yes, that's her. I once lived in Mondstadt for a while, and she helped me a lot during that time. You could even say that she helped me become a new person. There's no one like Amber. She lives life to the fullest while always...
Oh, there's a
adhering to
new
her
cowgirl
strong
coming
sense of
up.
Justice. She's ready to answer the call of action
Fun.
at any moment.
Yeehaw.
Very understanding of others.
Yippee-ki-yay.
She's like
other
the
cow
fire and
parson
everyone's
jokes
crowded around her. If you ask
or
me,
mannerisms.
she's a prime example of a true outrider. She's the first person anyone coming to Mondstadt will meet. You can't help but be enthralled by her charm and enthusiasm, causing you to fall in love with the lands of Mondstadt and... sorry.
Wait. Like Anthro?
Paimon thought the work of Outriders was a little different from what you just described.
Like girl who is
but
also cow?
one thing's for sure. You really like Amber.
Sorry. I was rambling on just
Oh.
now. It must have...
You know what? Knowing Jade, that actually fits.
It's alright, Kale. Knowing that you're a friend of Amber somehow makes Paimon suddenly feel a lot closer to you. So, how do you know that we've met Amber?
Well, after I returned to Sumeru,
You like cows.
Amber and
What's
I
wrong with
stayed
that?
in touch by writing each other letters. In one letter, she mentioned that Mondstadt was attacked by a fearsome dragon, but the city was saved by a mysterious blonde traveler and their floating companion. I knew you two were the ones she mentioned in the letter the moment I saw you. But, considering everything you've been through that day, I thought it'd be inappropriate to bring it up.
Ah, so that's how you knew.
Yep.
I don't think
Please
this is
know
what it
that
was.
You two have my complete trust, really. I wish I could tell you more about the Ginger Archon, but I have been away from Sumeru for some time, and I haven't read any books. Sorry.
That's
Yeah, I'm
okay.
seeing the silhouette. I typed in Genshin, Genshin Impact cow character. The first one that popped up is Ushi,
I'm happy that was helpful.
also known as
I
Beefcake.
have to ask, though, why do you two want to know about the Ginger Archon? So that's why you're here. Thank you for telling me your story.
Don't mention it. We are friends after all, right? Alright, we have a statue
Yeah.
to clean.
It looks like a cow with a house around it, and I'm just like,
While you
what?
two are up there cleaning, I'll go
Why
ahead
haven't I
and
seen this
check
yet?
the
That's
work
that's fucking adorable.
Let's meet back here shortly.
Okay. Several questions. Several very, very important questions. First and foremost, first important question to me. Are same-sex couples a thing in this world?
Bring it.
It's something I desperately want to know.
Huh. Now that Paimon looks at it, the deity that's carved on the statue is kinda small. Do you think she's supposed to be Greater Lord Rukkhadevata or Lesser Lord Kusanali? The name does seem to fit the statue somehow. Well, anyway, we'll have to figure that out later.
If same-sex couples do exist in this world, I completely ship Cole and Amber.
The top and you clean everything below. Nice work. That's one clean statue. Let's head down and meet up with Kale.
Although Amber would strike me as a demi person. Cole, where did you go?
Kale, we're back.
Same-sex couples, are they a thing in Genshin Impact? Tell me.
You must be tired after all that climbing. Let's take a little break. I brought some fruit and water for us.
Yay, food! What kind of
Are they
food?
canon in Genshin Impact? Jade, you need to be more specific.
Hey, don't be a party pooper. It's not
Because I ship Cole and Amber.
Besides, the best way to
Oh,
compliment
wait,
the chef
Jay,
is
didn't you
to
show me
show
a video of Dia and one other character, and they were kind of a thing?
I prepared a nice portable dish that forest rangers like to eat called pita pockets. I hope you'll like them. What the? No, you dropped it on the ground. Not to worry. I wrapped a few layers of oiled paper around each pita. They should be fine. Oh,
Fuck Chinese
I
censorship.
nearly had a heart attack there.
Paimon, you still would have eaten.
Those pitas are amazing. You're quite the cook, Kale. Thank goodness you wrapped them in paper. Paimon wouldn't have been.
You really know how to compliment the chef, Paimon. Since you liked it so much, I'll be sure to give you a copy of the recipe sometime. I'll even include all my
You know,
personal
eventually,
cooking
as
so you'll be making your
as
own
much
pita
as this will
pockets
probably
in
put
no
me on
time.
fire for saying this, eventually the Chinese government will stop being fucking pricks about censorship and just let shit happen.
You could have clumsy moments too.
Oh, I guess it happens from time to time.
So, Kale, don't you think that Tainari's a little too strict with
Speaking of people with too much power getting what's coming to them, did you hear about the news that somebody is actually suing Disney over Moana 2?
But he's never said anything. Everyone has their clumsy moments.
No, you've got the wrong idea about Master. Sure, he may seem a bit harsh at first, but with some time, you'll see that he's actually very kind-hearted. I've heard the veteran rangers say that Master is from some ancient and mysterious race that is known for their cunning wit and reclusive nature. But Master is actually very kind at heart. Oh,
I probably shouldn't have asked this question. Jester seems to be on a roll.
Academia, right? Well, there's a group called, something? Well, anyway, because Master does a lot of research on plants, sages from the Academia have written him many times, inviting him to take up an official position there. But Master declines their offers every time, saying, Sumeru City is too noisy. It'd be bad for my ears. Seems you already know him well.
I've opened a Pandora's
I'm
box.
sure the sages were not happy about his
I don't
response.
regret opening this Pandora's
Master
box,
could
but I've
obviously
opened a
have
Pandora's
great
box.
future in the Academia, but he insists on sticking to the path of a forest watcher. Every day he helps the locals of the forest and passes on his extensive knowledge to trainees like me. In fact, Master's the one who taught me how to make pita pockets.
Really? Paimon would have never guessed that. Oh, speaking of Tainari, he was the one who took care of you after finding you passed out yesterday. He even carried you all the way here.
Is the
Paimon's still kinda upset.
is the
though.
current Dendro Archon that one Dendro character? Jade, what part of that was fucking... What part of that was fucking censored?
Oh no, I'm sorry. Master might have been overreacting a
Fucking
little.
why?
But, it's mostly because Paimon wouldn't stop yelling, Why, oh why, is he going to die?
Why, Twitch? Why do you gotta be so stupid?
Get under Master's skin after a while.
Hey! Don't laugh! Paimon was genuinely concerned about you. Hey! Now even Kale started to laugh. Ugh, that's it! Paimon won't forget this!
Anyways, slight topic shift.
No! Don't touch me!
Does Kale have an issue with being touched?
Oh, sorry, Kale. Paimon didn't mean to scare you.
No, I just... startled you both reacting like that. Oh, well, it's getting late now. Let's hurry back to Gandharville. I think Master and the others should be back by now, too.
How much PTSD does this girl suffer from?
Huh? What was up with Kali just now? And why is she in such a hurry all of a sudden? Look,
Like, is this an autism level of no touching, or is this a bad things happened to me in the past, so I don't like being touched? I need to know if I need to brace myself.
Ah, Traveler. You've returned.
yep, we're back. Have you seen Kale by any chance?
Oh, Kale? Yes. I saw her go into her room just a moment ago.
Oh, okay. Guess we'll just have to wait.
I don't know if I would consider what I'm thinking very spicy. Oh no, I'm grateful for the warning. I'm just trying to make sure I'm prepared for when I actually start to hear it. Although you did say it was said in passing more than anything, so...
Hyman was thinking all night about what happened with Kale, and still can't figure out what the problem might be. Maybe she's in a better mood now. Let's go check on her.
Well, considering I've seen somebody close to me die, and had their blood on my hands for a good half hour,
Doing here?
I should be fine.
Kale.
I came to check on Kale's condition. To put it simply, she's not well.
You mean she's sick? How could she be? Oh, wait a minute. Could it be because of what Paimon did yesterday?
No, no need to worry. Something as small as you could never harm her. This sickness is something that Kale has been dealing with for some time.
Is this
Kale
guy
has
stupid?
been more excited than usual since you two arrived. A little too much so, to be honest. She hasn't remembered to take care of herself.
Is this guy uninformed, willfully ignorant, or just doesn't know how to read context?
I suppose it's understandable, though. She hasn't been around anyone she considered a friend for some time now. It must have been refreshing for her to have you two here.
So, Tainari, what's really wrong with Kale?
Let's take this conversation elsewhere. Kale just fell asleep after taking her medicine. She needs some peace and quiet.
Okay. Also, Jester, keep in mind, Paimon is small enough for me to literally punt kick her over a football field goal. This is the wrong character. You know what?
What's the occasion?
It'll be a pain in the ass in combat, but I'm switching to Auroron because Auroron's dialogue isn't as annoying to me. I'm above him. Fucking hell, how far down did you go, dumbass? There you are.
All right, let's continue our conversation here, shall we? To be honest, I hadn't realized you're that honorary knight from Mondstadt until Kale told me just now.
My knees
I've
hurt.
also heard all about your deeds in Liyue and Inazuma. So just to clarify, what I'm about to tell you about Kale is not because of who you are or your past feats. Instead, I am going to tell you because, well, because Kale asked me to. And honestly speaking, I was against Kale revealing her past to you. But she insisted, saying you two treated her with sincerity and as a friend. So now she wishes to reciprocate the gesture.
So, Tainari,
Trying to be
what
comfortable
exactly is wrong with Kale?
and
You
fix
said
my
this is
mic.
something she's been dealing with for some time. Just how serious is it?
Right. Ever since she was a child, she's been afflicted with a disease called Elazar.
Elazar?
Yes. It's a disease unique to the lands of Sumeru. It is characterized by dark and hardened scales that form on the body. At first, the afflicted may only feel mild numbness on affected areas of the skin. However, as the disease progresses, one may begin feeling fatigued and even experience peripheral paresthesia. In its final stages, the disease strips a person of the ability to control their own body, and they
Paresthesia is
effectively
just
become
basically
completely
paralysis of a
immobile.
limb, right?
That sounds terrifying. Wait, hold on. So when Kale seemed to be acting a little clumsy earlier, it was because...
Correct. That would be the effects of Elazar, which is precisely why I do not want her carrying or holding anything, lest she ends up hurting herself. With appropriate treatment, the disease can be effectively controlled before it progresses to a more serious stage. However, there is unfortunately still no true cure for Elazar. Nevertheless, Kale's mother still hoped that there was something out there. She handed Kale over to an organization
Motherfuckers.
known as the Fatui after one of their members lied and said they had a cure.
What? The Fatui?
Ah, it appears you already are familiar with them. That'll save me some explanation. Anyway, the person who eventually rescued Kale and brought her to me for care said that she had been given to a harbinger known as the Doctor. I have no idea how this doctor managed to do it, but her case of Elazar was completely stable for all the years that Kale was with them. However, Kale's days with the Fatui were anything but pleasant. Kale is a resilient individual and always tries to appear cheerful, but her experience with the Fatui has left deep scars. Even now, she can still feel deathly afraid of someone touching her.
Oh, Paimon had no idea Kale's been through so much suffering.
If this game
Oh,
doesn't
by the way,
fucking end
Paimon,
with me killing
Kale
every
wanted
single
me to
member of
tell
the
you that she's
Fatui, or at
sorry
least
for
destroying the
sparing you
organization, I'm
yesterday.
gonna be angry.
She also wanted both of you to know that she's sorry for hiding her illness.
She doesn't need to apologize. None of this is her fault at all.
Well said. I hope you'll get a chance to tell her that in person the next time you see her. Kale once thought that it would be impossible for her to have any real friendships. I trust that you two will never let my trainee experience such emotional pain again.
Don't worry, Tainari. We'll take good care of her.
Well, it's not too serious at this point. She overexerted herself the last couple of days, which is what led her to break down this time. As long as she has taken her medicine,
Seeing
and
every
gets
single
plenty
member
rest,
of the
she
Fatui
should
just
get better.
fills me with so
Though
much
I must
anger.
admit that Kale's condition was much more stable when she first arrived here in Gandharvaville. She was interested in the work of the forest rangers the moment she saw us. I could see that she was serious about learning, so I felt compelled to ask her to join us. Her stamina has gotten much worse recently. Though a moderate amount of physical exercise is always necessary, I'm afraid the long-distance patrols are a little too much for her now.
It's windy outside today.
Alright, now that I've told you about Kale's past, I think I'll head into the rainforest to find...
Yeah, we'd like to do something to help Kale too.
Alright, but I must warn you two, the rainforest is a dangerous place, especially for someone who's still recovering, like the Traveler. You must follow closely and listen to every instruction.
No problemo.
Let's go then. We'll be looking for a plant known as the Nilot Pala Lotus. It's often used to help those afflicted with Elazar recover their energy.
Hey, Tainari? Where exactly are we going to find this plant?
Nilot Pala Lotuses can be found all over the rainforest, but it often grows right here around Gandharvaville.
Given the name, it sounds like we
I
should
feel
be
sorry
able
for
to
the
find
Senora.
it.
Child needs an ass whooping.
The Nilot Pala Lotus grows in the water.
Father, I'm kind
Short,
of on the
look like
fence
giant
about.
blue flowers floating on the water's surface.
Uh,
Attractive species, if you ask me.
Balladeer, I
Large
want to
petals
kick
are
the teeth
actually
in
the
of.
plant's leaves and sepals, which surround a very small flower.
And the doctor, I want to introduce him to the Cenobites from Hellraiser.
Names that are contrary to their species. Take the Calpulata, for example. The plant is not a lotus at all, but rather a vine. And then there's the Sumeru rose, which is not a rose, and is completely contrary to its name.
Oh, okay then.
Info dumping?
Note to Paimon. Never bring up the topic of flowers with Kainari.
There should be Nilode Palolotuses growing somewhere in this area. Let's split up and begin searching. If you could manage to gather 4 of them, that would be sufficient. We'll rendezvous here once you've gathered the needed amount.
I can't wait to find out how the Fatui are fucking this area up. I'm sure it won't be too bad. If you all can't feel my frown, I'm going to be very upset with you all.
Let's head back to meet Kainari. Hey Kainari, we found the lotuses you requested.
Let me have a look. Good. Very good. These are all excellent quality. I'm glad you two came along. Your exploration experience helped save me a lot of time here. It seems we even have enough time to stock up on other things I need.
Hey, Tainari!
Oh, Kainari, someone's calling your name. They're dressed like a forest ranger.
Ah, yes, that's Amir and the others. But didn't they just set off not too long ago? What are they doing back so early? Let's go find out what's going on.
Okay, so if I were to just focus this entire stream on nothing but the world quest or the Archon quest that I'm doing right now, how long would it take me to get to maybe like the halfway mark of Sumeru?
Tainari, thank goodness we found you here. We were just about to head back and find you at Gandharvaville.
What's going on?
We just discovered a withering zone.
The withering is back? But the patrol route you were on should have been already cleared just a week ago. It reappeared so quickly. Can you tell me the exact location?
It's up ahead.
Because I know
deep in the
Jade
river
said that
valley.
very
It's a
recently
weird
she finished
spot.
off Sumeru.
It's nearly the entire narrow part of the valley area, so we decided to come find you as quickly as possible.
And the radius of the contamination?
But I get the feeling that Jade didn't focus solely on the story for Sumeru.
I couldn't get a clear enough view to tell.
No one in our patrol team had a vision, and it
I like the
appears
mushroom
it's
creatures
others,
just
so we
vibing in the
didn't risk
background.
getting any closer.
Okay, I understand.
Under normal circumstances, they'd see me and I'd be a giant. I'd be in basically a lot of problems.
Meantime, please guide these two back to Gandharvaville.
Wait, Kainari, why don't you let us help you?
You two have only just arrived in Sumeru. You're still unfamiliar with many things in these lands. There's a unique type of anomaly that occurs in the Sumeru rainforest. It's called the withering.
I swear you just told me recently that you
Areas
finished
not only cause
Sumeru's
nearby
story.
vegetation to wither, but it's also lethal to wildlife and even people.
But I
If you
must have
don't
misheard,
carry
I
a
guess.
vision,
I don't know.
Then you should think twice before approaching such places.
Yes, Amir is absolutely right. I wasn't kidding when I said the rainforest is a dangerous place. As Amir said, only someone with a vision, that is, the power to manipulate elements, will be able to resist the withering's corrosive effects for a time.
That's right. If any of the forest rangers without a vision come across a withering zone, we first make a record of the location and then have a ranger with the proper abilities deal with it, like Tainari here. Only someone with a vision can venture within a withering zone and find a way to deal with it. But you don't seem to carry a vision.
I'm an alien.
Don't worry, he may not have a vision, but he's a real pro at using the power of the elements.
Seems the rumors about you were true then. In that case...
I love how, okay, so like
alright,
seriously, I love how
you two may
accepting everybody
accompany me.
is that I can control like more than one element. Like nobody's losing
We
their
typically
shit over the
only
fact that
teach
I can do it.
visitors how to identify the withering as they're about to leave Gandharvaville. We'll make an exception today and show you what it looks like up close.
Like, that would literally be somebody coming to the real world and saying, I can make a computer with my mind, doing it in front of us, and us being like, neat. Anyways. Like, how we are an anomaly in this world. We are basically, like, destroying their knowledge of what works in this world and what doesn't. How are they not freaking out? I do need to switch around my characters. Whoops. Well, so, like, inherent powers I can understand, but, like, as far as I'm aware, the only ones that can use multiple elements... Well, see, here's the thing, like... So, can the god... So, like, okay, Archons. We'll go with Archons as an example. Can the Archons use multiple different elements? Like, could Venti use Geo? Or is it just strictly Ameno? Because Archons are basically gods, right? Or am I wrong on that? Well, that's what I'm saying. Those of them who have seen the multi-use are like, oh, cool, that's neat. Like, the probability of us running into multiple people who have seen us use multiple elements and all of them being like, oh, that's okay, is very slim. Okay.
10 points for agility.
I thought Venti was the Archon of Ameno. Because he was Barbados. You know, like Zhongli was Rex Lapis. Or how the Raiden Shogun was the Raiden Shogun. I'm sorry, I can't get over I can't get over the fact the Raiden chose the name Raiden Shogun. Also, I'm going to tell you all a story. I'm going to tell you all a neat little story that happened to me today, actually. So I'm exploring the Kazm. I'm getting some, you know, primogems and stuff like that. And I get to the point where I activate, or I dispel a fog in the chasm. And I get to fight 2 bosses. And I'm floating over there, minding my own business. And then all of a sudden the game drops my character. From a height almost as big as that. The game, I didn't press the button to stop me flying. The game just chose to make me stop flying. And then the minute, and it was Kanich too, the minute he lands, it shows me the cutscene of the bosses spawning. And then I get back into the game, I'm now Barbara, and Kanich is dead. I cannot be the only one who thinks that is extremely stupid.
Look there, in the distance.
Huh? Where? Oh, look! Those plants have withered. That whole area is kinda gloomy. Even the air looks like it's filled with ash. Oh, Paimon doesn't like the look of this.
That is the withering. Alright, traveler. We're gonna have to enter that withering zone. Once inside, we'll need to look for what we...
And once again, I wasn't just like...
If we eliminate those, then the area will be safe.
futzing around or anything like that. I was floating in the air, and I was above where the point was. But, like, shouldn't like, the trigger for the cutscene be lower? Closer to the point?
Thank you. I must warn you, don't push yourself. This is your first time handling this sort of thing after all. Even with elemental powers, once you step inside the withering zone, you may experience extreme discomfort. If at any point it becomes too much, return outside the zone and take a breather. It could become a matter of life and death. You ready then? Let's go.
This area is kind of this bit's kind of interesting to me.
First, we must locate any branches sustaining the withering zone.
Summon Dendrogama. Collect Dendrogama, then attack withering branches with charged attacks. Yes, because this is... Yeah, I tried to, and then the game said, you're targeting the mushroom now. Oop, that's gonna explode. A bit late on that one to me. But I like not being a bow character and ruining my playthrough and all that fun stuff. Yeah, give me a minute. I'm stupid. I'm just now realizing that the background in this thing changes depending on the area you're in.
Want me to
I am hella stupid. Oop, wait, Twitch might censor me. I said the H word. Also, y'all want to know something? I can do this relatively well, okay, not relatively infinitely, it requires my stamina, but still. Being able to do that consistently is incredibly busted. Where's this last one? Oh, I see it. Okay. You all can't hit me, I'm too floaty. Bang.
Great work. Now that all the branches have been
Oh.
cleared, we'll need to take care of the tumor.
That was hard. What's with the floating little pedestal thing?
Target acquired. Now, destroy the tumor of the withering.
Tumor! Oh, wait. Oh, I have to... Cool. I'm so glad that did not explode me.
Everything's returning to normal now.
Yes. Thanks to you two, we were able to quickly restore this area back to normal.
Tainari? You make it sound like we did well, but why does Paimon have the feeling you're worried about something?
It's that obvious, huh? Alright. It's like this. Recently, the rate at which withering zones appear has been increasing. Even though we were able to quickly clear that withering zone, it won't be long before another one appears. If that simply meant more work for me, then that wouldn't be an issue. But it's far more severe than
So
that.
I do like...
The withering is
give
leaving
me a second.
lasting effects on the rainforest itself.
Stretching.
For instance, even though we cleared out the withering zone, many of the plants that were affected will not recover. This presents a crisis for the ecosystem itself.
So I like that each and every zone has its own little, like, gimmick going on with it in one aspect or another. And I do like that, but it's kind of a lot to remember for the most part. And then there's another issue with, like, the secret zones, because sometimes the secret zones have stuff that kind of
However,
play
I would
into
say that
what
working
was
acquaintances of the academia,
part of their previous
similar
zone.
cases are being reported for patients with other conditions. No, none that we know of. The withering has been recorded in Sumeru for millennia. It's said that it originates from the depths of the world. Oh, by the way,
And I just
have
feel
you
like there's a
heard of
lot.
Irminsul before? Irminsul is a tree located deep beneath the surface. Although it isn't like any tree we know in a biological sense, you can basically think of it as a large tree that grows downwards rather than upwards.
Oh boy, it's like the statue in the
Like
freaking
the roots of Irminsul,
evil
spreading and
people's
extending from
realm.
massive
I've actually
cavern
forgotten
deep
what their
underground all the
ability,
way up
what
to
their
the
name is.
surface.
Abyss mages? I don't think it's just abyss mages.
Ley lines continually absorb the memories of this world, which are then funneled into Irminsul, allowing it to collect knowledge and wisdom from ancient times to present day.
Is this the first time they talk about ley lines at all in this game?
God of wisdom because her consciousness is directly connected to it. It is also said that the Dendro Archon's power is a manifestation of Irminsul. And as for the withering, its emergence is related to a disease that's affecting it. That's right. My ancestors learned of this from Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's familiars a long time ago. But
Because I think this is
even
the
those
first time an
mysterious
actual character's
creatures
made
didn't
mention
know the
of
cure
the
for Irminsul. I'm afraid we rangers
ley
will be
lines as they
battling the withering
exist.
zones here for a long time, until a cure is found. All right, that's enough on this topic for the time being. Now that we've taken care of things here, it's time for us to head back to Gandharvaville.
Okay, what does this do? Light the candle of life. Okay, so do I follow this? There should be another one not too far off. Yeah, fuck it, I'll figure it out later. How's everyone's night been? Float.
Is this really necessary?
Yeet. Oh my goodness. Okay, we're fine. Game just decided to say, haha, go buy frames.
Oh, Tainari, you all made it back. How did it go?
We
The
failed.
withering zone you reported has been taken care of. No need to worry. Huh? Wait, is that?
That sounds like an annoying bird.
Oh,
Kill it.
no. Hypatia!
Huh? What's wrong, Tainari?
This dusk bird is Hypatia's designated courier for urgent news. You do remember her, don't you? She's the scholar you and Paimon were following when you first arrived in Sumeru.
Oh, her? How could we forget? So did something happen?
Let me see what's written in the letter first.
We're all out of milk.
And what's with that weird expression on your face? Just let Paimon read it. Huh? All Paimon sees are 3 squiggly lines.
Yes. Allow me to explain. After we brought you from Hypatia's cave to Gandharvaville, Hypatia resumed her meditation. She must have just finished. It's been nearly 3 days since she's had anything to eat, and it appears she's forgotten to prepare some rations. This letter is her asking us for help. We need to go.
What? You mean she's been sitting there for 3 days?
Mm.
Hey, wait, how did you know all that from just a few lines on the paper?
Well, obviously because this has happened before. Last time she drew 5 lines, and by the time we found her, well, I'd prefer not to remember that. Needless to say, Hypatia's been
Jade, if you ever
worse,
do this
but
to any of us, I'm going to smack you with a really wet noodle.
I've got some emergency rations set aside for times like these. Paimon, Traveler, could you two bring these to her?
I mean it.
You want us to bring her the rations? But will the traveler be okay if her cave is still filled with that funny incense?
Let's find out. Here, Traveler, take a smell and see. So,
Will you stop?
how do you feel?
Huh? Really?
This man is actively trying to drug us.
Even a little drowsy? But wait, how'd you know that he'd be okay this time, Tainari?
Back when we were clearing the Withering Zone, I observed that he could adeptly manipulate the Dendro element. I knew then that he would be fine. And if I may ask, when I was telling you two about Irminsul's ley lines, was what I described similar at all to what you saw when you were unconscious? That's correct. Those weren't hallucinations at all, though I don't intend to apologize for deceiving you. Because what you saw is of significant importance. Not just for the nation of Sumeru, but the entire world of Tevat. My forefathers were shown much favor by Greater Lord Ruka Devata. We took an oath to protect this nation together with her. Now that that duty has fallen to me,
There are so many
it was
dogs in this
part of
village, and
my
I can't pet a single one.
responsibilities to ascertain whether you could be entrusted with the fate of Sumeru. Now, after seeing you in action with my own eyes, you have earned my
I'm actively angry.
confidence, and I no longer feel the need to hide
Isn't this lady starving? Why are we standing around talking?
When you passed out, your consciousness had connected directly with
Ki-
Irminsul.
okay, apparently
What you
starving to
witnessed
death
were
can wait for
actually real
frickin'
memories contained within Irminsul
exposition.
itself. I could try to tell you more, but it would be better if you went to ask Hypatia instead. Her focus on meditation and use of spirit borneal are aimed at establishing a connection with Irminsul, just as you did.
If I'm ever transported to that, I'm just going to make sure I have a shallow grave dug near me at any time.
Seriously, she completely
Because, holy
ignored us the
fuck,
last time we tried talking to
the
her.
amount of times we've had this urgent mission to go on, and then we waste time talking about random
During that
exposition,
time, she must avoid communicating with others. Please,
I'd be
wait
dead
here for a moment.
if I needed any of these people help. And it always seems to involve our character. And I don't like that. A lady is starving to death and we have time to stare at a bird.
Here, take these. It's a meal I packed for Hypatia, as well as some other ingredients. I'm sure it'll come in handy. Also, here's a letter that I would like you to give to her. Just show it to her, and she'll answer any questions you may have. No, I should be the one thanking you. You've both been a great help these last few days.
Please be sure to stop and smell the roses as you go to save this poor woman who's currently starving to death in a cave. Oh, and if you manage to see Sumeru City off in the distance, for like, whoops. How did I manage that? Oh, character archive, that's how. If you manage to see Sumeru City before you get to her, be sure to check it out, have some baklava while you're there. Seriously, no sense of urgency. The world is ending, but I swear, we need you to go out and kill the... Well, then again, that's a classic
She's still
RPG.
in the cave. Let's go inside and see how she's doing.
That's a classic RPG bit, to be honest. Oh, she's not here. She's dead. She died and she got carried off by a wild animal.
Hypatia? Hey, there's nobody here. Maybe she went out to look for some food. Let's try looking around the area.
I like that we don't even... Like, we're investigating the cave, obviously. Paimon's immediate reaction is, nobody's in the cave. What the fuck is that? What the Studio Ghibli bullshit is that?
There you are.
Also, I didn't let Paimon know I was going further into the cave. What the fuck?
So hungry. Eat water.
I'm so glad that we had time to discuss the hallucinations and how this person is probably the most important person to talk about. Talk to, sorry.
There's no way we can get her to eat in her current condition. Let's try finding some water first.
Right outside the cave, there's some.
Huh? Wait. Why does it look super foggy outside all of a sudden? Anyway, let's go look around. Huh? How'd things out here end up looking like this? What happened? And where are we? Really? Oh, maybe you're right. Let's go investigate the area.
She's starving! And dying of thirst. Okay, hang on a second. I need a rant. So they knew that she was in a cave and that she's been in there for 3 days without food or water, and the asshole only packed food? No canteen of water. Is anybody else seeing the stupidity here? That ranger is not a very good ranger. And now we are in basically a Chronicles of Narnia bullshit happening here. Alice in Wonderland-esque bullshit. Grim fairy tales. And Paimon's first immediate reaction is, you know what, let's not find water. Let's just explore the area. I'm not mad. I'm confused. Hey, look, water.
This place is huge.
And there's a lady dying of thirst.
I knew there's something off about that cave. Let's think of a way to get over there and have a closer look. Who knows?
Water.
Maybe we'll find a lead of some kind.
Water. I'm actually now starting to get angry.
I got him cornered.
I am full well fine with them being... Oh, I'm full and well aware, but they didn't provide any water. Period. Also, now I have found water. Behold, water. Lady is starving and dehydrated from water, or lack of water and food, and we have the food on us, and there's water right here. Let's bounce on the mushroom, guys! If this woman dies from all of this happening... Oh, there it is. I have every right to say that every person involved is a fucking dumbass. What? What drugs did they slip me? Why am I now in an Inazuma building?
Huh? What happened just now? Why'd everything around us suddenly change?
The lady needed water! There was water right there! You will sometimes find primeval rosin and sealed paths that correspond with them. Collect 3 primeval rosin within these domains to unlock the corresponding path. Okay. She needs water! We have water right here! I question everything about this game. I'm questioning the survival rate of people in this world if this is the urgency for taking care of them and making sure they don't die. Why are there hilitrolls in here? No, you're dying. You're the biggest... Yes! This is why I love Kanich right now. There was a hilitroll right there, right fucking there, for him to lock onto an attack. He locks onto a fucking crate. If it was just enemies. Also, losing the attack is my own stupidity, and I'll take the blame on that one. That scream sounds painful. Knowing what I know now about these people, hearing those screams is a little bit upsetting. But no, like I was saying, with Kanich and his ability, it's starting to genuinely grate on me. So like, perfectly fine, works perfectly fine. Why am I now locking onto a crate? Why does a crate have a hitbox that I can lock onto? What is the purpose for that? Oh, this is pretty. I'm so glad that dying woman has the patience to deal with us flying around, and I'm going on several different ranting topics. Why is this on fire? Okay, I go down. Like, genuinely speaking, I don't understand why Kanich needs to lock on to crates of all fucking things. And actually, when I think about it, it isn't just crates. He'll lock on to any breakable material.
What in Tibet is going on here? This place is getting weirder by the minute.
I've grown used to it.
What's the matter? You don't look so good.
What the fuck is that? Ooh! No, wait, stop. Game. Oh, it was yanking me into... Is that not it? Am I off by a... The dragon is helping. He's helping immensely. There we go. I just need to aim properly. Going up. Like anything that's breakable for a character, he locks onto ores. I'm not joking, he will lock onto ores. Okay, that time I hit an invisible wall. And it wouldn't be as annoying if it weren't for the fact that once I've locked onto something, I basically need to... I did not hit anything there. What the hell? In order for me to actually, like, not be connected to them anymore, I have to leave. Like, go away. I'm hallucinating. I know for a fact I'm hallucinating now.
What are you planning to do in this strange place?
Strange place. Plotting. You needn't worry about such things. They don't concern you.
Didn't we kill this guy?
Let's get it on! Ha! Target acquired.
I don't know. Kinich is powerful, and I like that he's powerful. It just... Oh, I should get away. It just bothers me that, like... What's the range on that? Okay. It just feels like now that I've gotten a full handle on his kit...
Why can't we beat this guy? Oh, Paimon doesn't get it. We faced others like him before. What's wrong this time?
It's in our mind.
Though you may have managed to avert countless crises before, your good fortune was bound to end sooner or later. It's time you realize how weak and powerless you really are. Your sister. Oh, pitiful traveler. Are you really so ignorant? Or are you just living in complete denial? Her Highness has long since forsaken you. Your meager existence in her eyes is that of an annoying bug, only to be stepped upon.
That is actually an interesting thought.
Family which drive you to find your sibling are utterly gone. Your journey is meaningless.
Like, genuinely speaking, so far our sister has shown no signs of us of actually trying to work with us in any capacity. Well, maybe for a little bit at the beginning, but like she hasn't tried to find us that we know of, that I know of. Others I might see it differently because they've played further in the game. It was all in my head.
What do we do? We haven't seen Hypatia anywhere out here. Oh, there she is! Quick, let's see how she's doing.
She's dying.
So sweet.
Well, the good news is that she's still conscious. Hey, why'd you drop her food on the floor like that? Are you okay? That's really not like you. Anyways, we can talk about
I have Elizara.
We better make sure she's alright first. Whoa! Wait a sec. Look at all this fruit lying around her. We can put that to good use.
Did that Studio Ghibli monster put us through a freaking hallucination trip?
Who is there? Tainari, is that you? Huh?
It's okay. You can
Fucking Studio Ghibli monsters.
Tainari sent us
How
to give
dare
you
they?
food and water. Here, we have a letter that he asked us to give you.
I think I want to move away from Kinich. I think I want to use a different character. for a while. I'm getting so tired of him.
I see. So, you're friends of Tainari. I apologize for all the trouble I've caused you. I'm grateful that you came so quickly to save me. You even brought all this fruit.
Well, actually, we didn't bring the fruit. It was already here when we arrived. We were kind of wondering about that, actually. When we found you here, there was all this fruit lying around and even some juice dripping from your lips. How did you end up like this anyway?
Oh, really? I seem to understand now. All the fruit was likely from my, neighbor. Must have come by and saw me like this.
Your neighbor? You mean there's someone else living nearby?
I like the last answer.
So, you're able to see them too?
Wait, hold on a second, traveler. You say that before we arrived, you saw some mysterious creature and suddenly had a strange dream? Isn't that a little too crazy to believe?
Paimon, you're literally a floating demon child.
Traveler is saying. I myself had a similar experience once before and ended up scaring my timid little neighbor here. You needn't worry. They mean you no harm. They only dragged you into the dream because they hoped to buy themselves a little time in order to scurry away.
So, Hypatia, just what kind of creature is your neighbor exactly?
I'm not sure what it's called, to be honest. But I do know that they have some sort of deeper connection with the Dendro Archon. I know this because the first time I saw them was also the exact day my consciousness was able to form a connection with Irminsul. Even after I opened my eyes and stopped meditating, my heart was still pounding, and my mind was racing with all the knowledge that I had touched. And at that very moment, I suddenly noticed a small figure.
Okay,
at the opening of the
here's
cave.
my issue.
In my curiosity, I began to walk over to the
Why is she so... Why was she so,
because they didn't seem to mind me approaching them. They just kept doing whatever they were up to.
Can somebody
It
please
wasn't
take care of
until
that?
I crouched down next to them that they suddenly realized that I could see them.
Oh! And then?
And then I had a dream. By the time I came to, they were nowhere to be seen. I was convinced they'd never show up again. But sure enough, I saw them nearby a few days later. And they weren't alone. I feel like they aren't as afraid of me as the first time I approached them. But I never would have expected them to save me. Yes, no doubt about that. By the way, Tainari mentioned in his letter that you had questions for me regarding Irminsul.
Why was she such a hard ass in ignoring us when we first tried to talk to her?
Sorry about that. Sounds like just drinking juice still isn't quite enough for my stomach.
Well, if somebody hadn't dropped the food earlier...
Paimon, you are literally emergency food. I will drown you and eat
We
you.
need to prepare something ourselves. Besides, Paimon's getting hungry too. Let's eat first and talk about Irminsul later. Alright, we're out, traveler. Today's menu will feature sweet madame and a radish veggie soup. You'll love them, Hypatia. There are specialties after...
Sounds good. I've never tried any dishes from other nations before. I certainly look forward
But,
to it. It's been so long since I've had a decent meal, too. To be honest, the last time had to be when Tainari...
who should I build around for my next main character for a while? From the ones I have. Also, holy crap, I have yet to get primogems for any of this. I'm sitting at 69. Heh.
All done! Let's use the empty box that Tainari gave us. Oh, it smells amazing! And the box is a nice touch, too! Let's go serve this up and start...
Quickly, before I get hammered with another fucking drug trip. That is not what I selected. That is not what I'm selecting, you stupid game. Fuck. Yeah, that's stupid. I might build around D-Luke next. Although D-Luke needs a Claymore, doesn't he? Why do I have so many Claymore users? Let's see. Dendro. I really only have 2 Dendros, not counting the Traveler. Jesus. Fuck. I have 3 Hydros. 1 Electro, 2 Electro, 3 Electro, 4 Electro. 4 Electros. For the love of God, pick a different character, thank you. 4 Electros. 1, 2, 3... 3 Geos. 1 Cryo. 2 Cryo. 3 Cryo. 3 Cryo. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 Ameno. I'm scared to count the Pyros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 Pyros. Jesus fuck. I don't want to pull for Father because there's another Pyro.
Are you already finished cooking? Mmm, smells delectable. I'm truly thankful whenever I can enjoy a proper
I can build
meal
for
like this.
Candace, but what do I build around? What do I need to
Really
build
is
for
my
her?
forte.
Is she a spear user, a bow user, a claymore user? I swear to God, if she's another claymore user.
Even though everything you mentioned was in Tainari's letter, it's still hard to believe you were able to connect with Irminsul immediately after smelling Spiritborn eel for the first time. It took me nearly 3 years before I could do so. And everyone at the academia even lauded me as a genius.
That is not how you spell academia, but I like the way they did it.
Some researchers spent their entire lives without ever successfully connecting with Irminsul as you have.
So why does this incense allow people to connect to Irminsul?
The ingredients used to make Spiritborn ale primarily consist of plants created by Greater Lord Rukkhadevata.
I like Jester's
These
logic.
ingredients are conducive
I ask a
to
question.
helping our senses
Jester says,
Dendro
build
Archon's
Candace.
power.
Disappears. Doesn't
Since
elaborate.
The root of the Dendro Archon's power lies within Irminsul, we can occasionally tap into her powers to peer into the depths of the earth. Naturally, anyone who can establish a connection with Irminsul in their first ever attempt must
Okay.
be a person of
So
great
Jester, I say this
understanding.
with all the love and care in my heart.
Makes sense. But Paimon's got a
I'm a
question.
fucking idiot. How do I build Candace?
Those plants for such a long time.
That was primarily due to his body's unique constitution. Stimulated by the
Also
incense,
bad Jade.
he could perceive the Dendro Archon's power and experienced a sensory overload, hence the adverse reactions. Taking in any scent similar to the ingredients of Spiritborn ale would cause adverse effects. Not to worry though, it appears you've already fully recovered. Technically, your body should stay insensitive to the powers of the Dendro Archon, but unless you're using intentional meditation techniques, the scent of Spiritborn ale should no longer trigger.
Actually, one of the ones I do want to build, especially now that I have access to her thing, is Lynette. I just don't know who works with her.
I must admit, I am quite envious of your abilities.
I feel like Lynette would
Even
go
if it
well
meant suffering
with
from pounding headaches for the rest of my life, I'd consider it
probably
worthwhile so long as I
Barbara.
can connect with Irminsul
Sit
as well.
lolly if I can pull her.
Oh, you're really serious about this whole thing, aren't you?
I am a researcher after all. As a
Lisa.
member of the Rataoist Darshan at the
Anything that
Academy,
could
my main area
use
of
their main
research
attack.
is the
Cabbage!
stars and their connection to the fate of living beings. But there is still so much we don't know, especially regarding the mysteries that lie in the starry skies. Which is why I must turn to the all-knowing Irminsul for answers.
Why do I
If only my
have...
perception wasn't so limited.
Oh.
Unfortunately, I cannot guarantee that my every attempt to attune with Irminsul will be successful, or that doing so will leave my consciousness intact. I am currently in the stage of training known as Satyavada life. Many researchers in Sumeru have lost their minds while seeking to attune with Irminsul during this stage.
Yeah, see, here's the issue with that.
Sages have said that
I'm not a
Irminsul
hoe.
contains divine knowledge, and touching such knowledge without the proper preparations and abilities will only lead to one's mind caving in on itself. That's why we
Also,
never
for
should
some
give
reason,
up.
the app on
We
my
need
phone
to
has not
ensure that
updated.
our minds will be calm while minimizing the possibility of involving anyone else.
I'm glad there's a lot of talking actually this time, because now I can switch between
Be super
screens.
dangerous. Don't you ever feel afraid of the risk, Hypatia?
Of course I do.
Why is the Ghibli monster just
Especially
standing
during
there?
nights that are pitch black with no moonlight, and dead silent without even the sound of insects.
But no, I'm legitimately and genuinely asking for help here, because I don't know
I don't get as scared anymore knowing that
what
I have
to
a
do.
little neighbor living nearby. I believe that being able to see
I haven't
is a
touched
sort of
anything for
blessing
leveling
from
or
the
improving a
Dendro
character
Archon.
in
But what's
fucking
strangest of all is
months.
that they're clearly an envoy of the god of wisdom
And
herself.
I don't know what to
They
do.
have the curious power to make people dream.
What's so strange about that? It doesn't sound so out of place for a divine being, does it?
Well, it's strange because nearly nobody in Sumeru can ever dream.
Ah, is that true?
Yes, well, to an extent. Only children can dream in Sumeru. Adults, however, never do. The sages say that
See,
wisdom
that's
implies
sage advice. That's
rationality,
sound advice.
but that which occurs in
If I
dreams
weren't
is
in a
often
fucking
neither
cutscene.
rational nor logical. Yes, if one struggles with anxieties, those emotions could influence their dreams. The fact that the people of Sumeru do not have dreams is seen as a blessing by the sages.
I'm
They
impatient
believe
though.
that
I want to
Lord
build her
Rukidevata,
now.
the god of wisdom, is keeping
Actually,
us
more
away
the
from
main
the
reason
conditions you encounter
I wouldn't
in
say
your
I'm
sleep.
irritated. The main reason I'm
I
asking
was
is because
born
I'm
to
trying to
examine
gather the
stars in
information that I
Sumeru
can.
City. Ever since I was a child,
Because while I know I can use the guide,
grown up once I stopped dreaming. I studied hard.
it's just,
enrolled
I
as
don't
a
know,
student in the
it's a form of me
academia, and went on
interacting.
to become a researcher.
I like interacting with my friends and talking and being like, hey, how do you build this character?
Then, on the day I scared the little Aranara, I suddenly saw a dream again. It was incredible. Though I don't exactly remember what I saw.
Then why tell me to build her?
I clearly recall the feeling. I suddenly felt like I was a child again. Back then, I was foolish
At this point in
enough
time, I do not have time, or I do not really have time or energy. I have time, technically speaking. I don't really have energy to experiment with a character.
Just be sure not to speak of this if you travel to Sumeru City. They'll look at you as if you've lost your mind.
So, do you have any thoughts about the things he saw when he connected with Irminsul?
Sorry. I'm afraid I don't have any answers as of
No
now.
wonder this takes forever. This is a lot of
All I
talking.
know is that what you saw is a memory contained within Irminsul itself. World forget me. What could that possibly mean? If only I could ascend past Satyavada life and begin Paripurna life, I might have some more answers for you. If you two are ever in the area again, please be sure to come. There's no need to be thanking me. You two are my saviors. Besides, I'm already looking forward to tasting some more of your cooking.
I think what I need is another healer. That isn't Barbara. Barbara's great healing, though.
And had the chance to ask her some questions, Paimon thinks it's about time to head back to Gandharvaville.
Are there healers that aren't water? Okay. I'm gonna take a peek at some things. So first and foremost, claymore user, spear user, sword user, catalyst. Candace is A spear user. Didn't I just get a spear? I've got a few spears. Hang on, let me look at her kit. Benny, I'm fine with Benny. I can do Benny. Benny's easy. Well, easy for me, I should say. Because I've been dealing with Benny for a while since I actually got him. She's forward with her shield. Hydro damage to enemies in front of her. Is that her? Wait a minute. Excuse me, I might have hiccups. That's... No, this is her ult. Okay, so she and Benny both have hold elemental skills. So max HP for her. Okay, so I want max HP for her, definitely. So she works with characters who are sword claymores and polearm users. So I can't get the most out of Barbara while using her. And the only reason I bring up Barbara is because Barbara's a healer. And I don't know too many of my other characters who have healing in their kits. I know Benny does. With, I think, his ult. If the health of a character within the AoE field is equal to or falls below 70%, their healing health will continuously regenerate. The health restores scales of a Bennett's max HP. And then once it gets higher, they gain an increased base to his attack. So he wants both. He wants both HP and attack. And I feel like Candace wants HP and... HP and... elemental damage. So he has some healing, but it's with his ult, so I would need to increase his energy recharge rate. She's all about attack. I think she's a big burster. I know that much. People keep telling me she's a big burster, and by people I mean Jed. Is there any other healer in my group? Do I have any other healer? Cryo damage. I'm not seeing the words healing. I know that Dia is a self-healer, which is fine. I'm fine with self-healers. Restore HP. So see, she self-heals. When a character says nearby, does nearby imply being a part of the team? Like, if I'm playing solo and I use her, and I use Chev, does that mean that my fellow... I don't know. I wish I knew. Okay, so her ability is similar to Barbara's in that it does passive healing after a while. So that's a pyro. What's her weapon, though? Her weapon's a spear. You don't do healing, do you? You're a shield creator. Okay, that's good to know. A defensive character for pyro. What about you? I actually have not looked at your skills. You're highly offensive by the looks of it. You're probably a burst character in the similar vein to... You like the swirl reaction. That makes sense. What is your weapon? You're a bow. You're a book. Are you a swirl user too? You actually look like a debuffer. Oh, she's a summoner. Okay, she summons creatures. Or things. I have actually not fucked around with Sayu. Like, at all. Oh, she's a healer. What is your weapon? Why did they give the tiny character a freaking claymore? Okay, so she summons a thing that's a healing thing. That... I need to build Sayu. I need to build Sayu and pair her with Lisa. Or, Barbara. Oh, jeez. Both of them together would be nuts. For healing? Curls up into a rolling windmill, smashing into enemies at high speed, dealing ameno damage. Or her with a summoning character. Okay, what about you? Honestly, Sayu with you probably wouldn't be too bad. She's a healer too. Why are the tiny characters healers? What about you? Okay, so you're actually pretty just basic damage character for the from the looks of it. Candace is a shield. You're a interesting Hydro character. Another healer. But not like a soul healer. Okay, so I have a decent amount of healers. Oh my goodness, she's a barista.